Shalom, shalom. This week's Parsha is Parshat Emor, and it also happens to be Lag Baomer. Now, there's something in the very beginning of Parshat Emor that connects very much to Lag Baomer and a message we need to take for ourselves. So I'd like to give that over. So in the very beginning, it's talking about the laws of the Kohanim, and God tells Moshe to tell the Kohanim, it says Emor, and then it also says a little later, Ve'amarta, Amor ve'amarta, which is redundant. Now, the Torah doesn't say things twice unless there's a message for it. So why the redundancy? Now, there's a lot of opinions, but I saw something really nice from Rav Moshe Feinstein, who said that the Kohanim need not just learn and give over the laws, they also have to act in a way that exemplifies the holiness that they're supposed to have and get from doing these things, and that should be a message for their children. And the reason why this connects so much to Lag Baomer is because one of the reasons for celebrating Lag Baomer is we're told that the great Rabbi Akiva had 24,000 students who ended up dying in a plague because they said nohagim kavod zelazeh, they weren't acting towards one another in a respectful way. Now, how does this connect to what I just said? So the reason why I think it connects is, let's expand this idea. It's not just for the Kohanim to give over, to learn, and to know verbally what the laws are, but they have to act. They have to encapsulate. They have to be a walking example and live their life accordingly. And the students of Rabbi Akiva were all on such a high level of learning and understanding, and it's not that when they weren't acting respectfully to one another, the rabbis will tell you, it's not like they were showing some sort of great blatant disrespect the way we see on social media where people are just obnoxious and disgusting to one another. It's not that they were necessarily verbally attacking one another, but it was because they were on a higher level and they were so knowledgeable in the Torah. It was their obligation to be a fine example of what the Torah stands for. And as we know, Rabbi Akiva, what's Klal Gadol that Rabbi Akiva, what is the one major principle of the Torah that Rabbi Akiva stood for and said was V'ahavta l'reach kamocha, that you should love your fellow as yourself. You need to treat everybody with respect and with the due dignity that they deserve, because they all have a spark of life of God in them. Everybody is holy, and we have to see that and respect that. And the Torah is supposed to, by learning in depth the Torah, it's supposed to make us better people, more compassionate and more loving people for one another. And if we really learn and see the Torah, then we will see that people are walking Sifrei Torah Mamash. Everybody has an element of Kedusha. Everybody has some good spark in them. And if you really learn the Torah and know the Torah well, you'll be able to see that in other people. And you would act in a way that God wants for us to act, which is the most important thing, like Rabbi Akiva said, with love and compassion and understanding that everybody is holy. And we right now it's Lag Baomer. We're still counting the Omer. We still have many days until Chag Shavuot, where we are receiving the Torah from new. So now we have to work on ourselves to not just speak it, but walk the walk, not just talk the talk. If we want people to be more loving, more kind, more understanding, more compassionate, we have to be more loving, more kind, more compassionate. Anything you want from somebody else, you first have to encapsulate that yourself. You have to be an example of that, and it will reflect back at us. And that's the way we should receive the Torah, fresh and anew, in a way where we can hopefully embody it and be a wonderful example and light. The light we talk about, Lag Baomer, is with fire. We celebrate it with fire. That should be us when we come together as a group, hopefully practicing the Torah in the right way. It should be such a huge fire that it can be seen all around the world in a positive way. And with that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, Chag Lag Baomer, safe and wonderful peace.